We write songs about movies, and this week I'm joined by Mark Ponte and Devin Bramble, and we've written songs about Avatar 2: The Way of Water. Like, comment, subscribe, and lead the bad guys straight to that bell icon. This is the Royds Review Podcast. Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Devin.
There we go. I didn't tell you to do that before. My bad. You picked up on it. I'm not a smart guy.
You know what? I figured out the cue. So I don't like how I put my finger up. Like the moment I did it, I was like, that's not.
Yes.
That's not
No, it was like the light bulb going off. I feel like, oh.
Yeah.
I was too excited to catch my cue there. I was not.
It felt like we were on like a children's television show, and I'm Devin.
It did.
It was like a moment to pause for the kids to answer.
And we
That's
are
right.
And we are back. And we have written songs about Avatar 2: A Lighter Shade of Blue. Guys, how are you?
Doing great.
I'm feeling fantastic.
Had you guys seen Avatar 2 before?
I had not.
Yeah.
Now, Devin, did you see it in theaters?
No, I did not.
Okay. All right.
I watched it in 3D on my Oculus, which is insane. But it was pretty awesome. I did it at the first one. I did it in theaters, and I was like, "That's great." But I was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna do it at home this time." So I did watch it in 3D, but in my house.
Did you say on your Oculus?
Yeah.
So you sat there with an Oculus on your head for like 3 hours?
Yeah. Yes, I did. In fact, I did.
Just
and if you think
sitting on the
Meta is
couch.
paying me for this, it's the opposite. I have to pay them $5 every time I say Oculus.
Oculus.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's killing me. I can't feed my children.
Just
Please,
stop
Zuckerberg,
saying it.
Free me.
The witch put a curse on you. You throw it in there every couple of minutes.
Yeah, I should not have clicked accept on that one.
Man, they get you.
Xbox Game Pass gets like 1,000 people a year with that, man.
Are we ready to talk about Avatar 2?
Yes,
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Is this Avatar 2 or is it just Avatar: The Way of Water?
I was saying, I don't think James Cameron is pedestrian enough to use like numbered sequels.
He's above numbers.
Yeah,
Well,
like he's doing
Terminator
it
2.
Yeah, well, he was young and cocky. He's older. He's wiser. He's not as
Titanic
brash
too.
as he used to be. So you know what? That's different. He's building another boat to sink for Titanic too. That's another.
He loves sinking boats.
At a certain point, he's basically James Cameron has discovered every boat that's ever sunk. So now he's got to start sinking boats himself in order to feed his lust for diving.
Yes, we all remember his movie, The Edmund Fitzgerald.
Guys, you know what? Don't give him any ideas.
Yeah.
Sounds right up his alley.
Yeah.
A lot of these movies, like with Titanic, and I think with this movie as well, they are an excuse for him to engage in like scientific endeavors and things like that. Like he like tacks those on to these movies. Like he did that with Titanic. Like he actually went down to the Titanic for Titanic. He didn't need to do that. But like that's what he was like, I want to go down there a bunch, but I want like movie studios to pay for it. So he made a movie about it. And I think with this too, he was doing a bunch of like deep sea diving in different areas. And he was like, I think a movie studio would pay for it if I also made a movie at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what this is.
That's the reason why it took so long, actually. It was like 13 years or something like that in between the movies.
Yeah.
And a big part of that was just developing underwater cameras to do like motion capture underwater. So like he it took like a decade to make all new technology just to convince the studio to then pay for him to go and make a movie underwater.
Yeah. And I'd like to think that he was mostly in it for the science. Like at a certain point, the studio was calling him up like, hey, how's the movie going? And he's like, with a bunch of beakers and tubes underwater. And he's like, oh, great. It's going fantastic. I'm getting right on it.
I like the idea that he's not doing experiments with underwater life. He's just actually doing science underwater.
He's doing like alchemy at the bottom of the ocean. People have turned lead to gold before. Did you ever see him do it at the bottom of the Mariana Trench?
James Cameron is an alchemist.
I just imagine he's trying to like close up the beaker so other water doesn't get in and shit's just floating off into the ocean.
Going in, it's just floating out.
Yeah.
It's like, one day I'm gonna figure out how this works. I'm gonna get these chemicals across underwater.
It didn't follow the rules of Bikini Bottom at all down there.
Nope.
It's like SpongeBob lied to me, man. It turns out viscous liquids and other viscous liquids just mesh into each other. They don't form subliquids based on their densities.
The one thing he did do, he did draw a circle around him to protect himself from sea bears.
Yeah, that he did do. This is now the James Cameron cast. We're just casting about James Cameron.
Dude, there's so much to talk about.
It's kind of impossible to talk about this movie without talking about James Cameron a little bit, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
You have to.
It is a James Cameron vehicle.
Right, and the man is obsessed with water.
Yes.
Like, from, what was the movie, Abyss? Or whatever it was called?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like, he's obsessed.
You are right. He does do a lot of...
He's obsessed with liquid. Look at Terminator. Look at Terminator 2. They're liquid. Remember Terminator 2?
Yes.
Robert Patrick is just a liquid man.
Yeah. This is like if Quentin Tarantino did The Way of Feet, you know, like it's just.
That's what I was just about to say. I wonder if people like in the back of Hollywood, people like, James Cameron likes him wet, right? Like he likes this woman moist, like right out the shower.
James Cameron would have cast Troy McClure.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie opens up with a Sam Worthington voiceover. They do a bunch of stuff with beads. They talk about a son that they had. They adopted a daughter, which was created using the avatar of Sigourney Weaver. Am I getting that correct?
Yep.
Yes, yeah.
There's a lot of that in this movie where, hey, someone died in the first one, but it's all right. We've uploaded them into an avatar.
I do like that it is not like a casual sequel. It's like study the first movie because we're getting right into it. Like we're getting into people's exact movements and motivations from the first film. And we're not explaining it at all. Like just go back and rewatch your Avatar 1 before you go into Avatar 2 because the textbooks have to be out.
I hope
there's no time for that. The movie's long enough. We don't need to.
Yeah, the girl Kiri, the first movie, Sigourney Weaver's character, when she was in her avatar body, she was killed. And then miraculously, that body gave birth to a baby. So Kiri is sort of like a Jesus-style avatar, if you will, for the planet. That's her whole deal. And that weaves in a lot in her plot in this movie, is that she's like an immaculate conception between, Sigourney Weaver's character and the planet itself.
I'm glad you just said that, because I didn't realize that at all. Because the whole time I'm sitting there going, wait, how come she's able to do all this stuff with all like the nature and stuff?
Yeah.
I didn't catch it. I am not a smart man, and I didn't catch that at all. I just thought I was just left confused a lot of it, because I was like, can they all do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of, and she's also in another subcategory, because I don't know if you noticed, but the humans, the humans can get an avatar body. The avatars have like 4 fingers or whatever, but humans in avatar bodies have 5 fingers. And so the children, who are the children of Jake and his wife, who's like a born Na'vi, their children have 5 fingers, And I don't know if you noticed the moment when they showed up, and he's like, "Dog, these are like mulatto children. Like these are white kids. Like when they showed up and asked for sanctuary, they were like, they're not even from our tribe." And he was like, "These kids ain't even full ones.
Look at their hands.
Yeah,
It's in their hands. You can tell."
They're like these they got halfsies.
They kept saying 4 fingers, and I guess they're not counting his thumb as a finger. They're like, look, they have 4 fingers. And I was confused. I was like, aren't Na'vi supposed to have 4 fingers? But they're not including thumbs.
Yeah, that is funny. That is one.
They also make fun of their small tail a lot, which is relatable. But like,
so there's more. So not only that, I do like that there's a lot of like ethnic tensions in this movie, because there's also the difference between the tree Na'vi and the sea Na'vi, where they're like, yeah, your arms are weird. At certain points, they're straight up like, hey, tree swingers, have fun swimming in the ocean. Like they're straight up slurring these people.
Yeah.
we learn that after the first movie, a bunch of people who were loyal to the Na'vi stayed behind. We learn about Spider, a human boy born on Pandora. He grew up with the Na'vi. First off, there's a lot of really silly, childish insults. Like right here, one kid calls another one penis face.
Yes.
Which,
I had to go back and turn on the subtitles for that. Or did he say penis face?
which led me to go, here's a question. Do the Na'vi have genitals?
I mean, they must.
I don't know.
But like, didn't we see in the first one?
Don't they have sex by linking their things, the tails?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Is that like is that like to make a child, or is that just like to connect? You know, like you're not having sex with the bird every time you get on it. You know.
Well, isn't that how Sigourney Weaver?
That was sort of the implication.
Yeah, that's what I did too. I thought
think they
once
have different genitals for procreating.
I
had to
think
guess.
once their tendrils linked, that's how they do babies. Because isn't that how Sigourney Weaver's character got pregnant? Her tendrils went into the ground, I would have assumed.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what I presume. But also,
you think AY impregnated? I see.
I do think that's what happened. I think that's the implication, that it's like an immaculate conception between the tree and Grace.
But maybe it was that tall, lanky guy.
Yeah. But you know what? Something to note about the penis face thing is that Jake is like a jarhead, like an idiot, like a classic like Marine like jarhead guy, and he raised his children in that image. So it's super funny that they're like part human side isn't just any human in particular. It's like some douchebag Marine guy, and they specifically go for that. For like his kids are like, let's roughen at him, and it's like that's their human. That's their link to human culture. Like they're part Na'vi, and they like introduced partly to Na'vi culture. They're also part human and a part of human culture, but it's limited to like Marine stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's so funny when you see the bad guys in their Avatar stuff, because they're Na'vi, but they've all got the buzz cuts and the Oakley sunglasses on.
Yeah. That is super fun. And I do like even some of the humans that stay with the Na'vi, like some of them are naked, but some of them keep like a vest on. Where they're like, I can't fully commit to the whole thing. I still gotta wear something. But like no pants, or they're like just vest, where they're like, I spent 45 years of my life wearing things. I can't just not. I gotta have something on.
They didn't have pants? They were Winnie Poohing it? I thought they had pants.
Some had pants, but I'm pretty sure like some had both. But I'm pretty sure I saw some people with just shirts on or just pants on, where they're like, I gotta keep some vestige of the clothing. Like I can't just get rid of that completely.
Just a baseball cap.
Yeah, something. Like I can't just free ball it out here. What would my mom think? Well, she'd think you're giant and blue now, but besides that.
Yeah. Once we got past that, wear your clothes.
Jake does a whole voiceover about happiness. Life is good for him with the Na'vi, but now the sky people are returning, and those are the humans. The jungle gets torched, burned to the ground, the dudes in the mech suits from the first movie show up and get right back to work. I do have another question here. How have the people on Earth reacted to this news about this other planet in this time?
Dog, so here's the stupid part. So they go to other planets all the time. But part of the stupidity, and it's also dumb, they're like people who defend the humans in Avatar all the time, which is like part of like a, that's just internet reactionary nonsense, where they're like literally the cartoon bad guys in this movie, but you've got to defend them for whatever reason. So apparently, Earth is like destroyed. It's like dystopian because of like climate change and other factors. And part of it is this chemical that they've come to Pandora to take is destroying Earth. So it's not, even if they win, even if the humans won and like got the stuff from Pandora, they're losing anyway because they're taking it back to their planet and poisoning themselves. So it's like stupid when people are like, oh, the humans are great or whatever. But apparently they do this a lot. They go to other planets, they destroy them, they gather this resource that they take back to Earth and chug like poison, apparently.
The unobtainium?
But I think,
or the brainwave
I think
juice.
part of the I think both. I think first it was the unobtainium, and now they've expanded out to all sorts of zany chemicals that don't quite make sense or aren't nearly as cool as the things they've got to kill to get that thing.
Right.
But I think that's like part of the. I think that's part of the folly of the series, is that they're like the humans show up on this planet that's full of all these different like practical implications for technologies they could never dream of, but they're like, let's burn it down for oil for our shit planet.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
I think it's supposed to be stupid. Once again, it's dumb when people defend them, but I think up front they're supposed to be dumb, where it's like they're in this planet that has stuff that could change their lives forever, but they don't care because they're too blindsided by pure greed to see it. I think is sort of what they're going for.
There was that scene in the first movie where Sigourney Weaver's like, the answer to everything's here. We could be psychic and be one with nature. And they're just like, yeah, but there's good metal in the ground.
Exactly. Where it's like not a joke, like not cosmically. I'll show it to you right now. Everything on this planet is psychically linked up to this tree. Like we could hide behind all of humanity right now. And he's like, nah, dog, I'm good on that. I want oil stuff. And it's like, that's...
It's oil and metal, though. We'll make cars and then make them go.
Yeah, it don't make any sense. But I think that's the point. They're cartoonishly over the top stupid.
Yeah.
It's now 1 year later. A colonel wakes up as a Na'vi avatar. This is Colonel Quaritch from the first movie. We watch a video of that dude from the first movie who ate it, and he literally is like, if you're watching this video, I'm dead. And all my memories are uploaded into you, except for my death. Go kill Jake Sully.
Yeah.
I do love that. I love that scene. I love it so much. It's a cool sci-fi concept. I think the first movie got a lot of flack for being pretty basic, like Dancing on Wolves in Space. And I get that because it was. But it sets up a lot of cool stuff that I think we'll see as the series goes on. And I think this is one of them. Like, this guy literally is told, like, we're going to be making a clone of you, so if you die, you're going to come back. Recorded a video, just introduce it to you. And he's like, all right, fine. Hey, man, you're me. I'm an asshole. You're going to be an asshole. Go out and prosper.
Yeah.
He takes it. He's like, cool, thanks, me.
If you're watching this video, I'm dead. And you're me. But I'm dead. But you're me.
Wouldn't he remember making the video though? Like,
oh, yeah.
You know what? I mean, it depends on when the memory cutoff happens. Like what part of his, like they could have done the experiment, cloned him, and then afterwards was like, we completed it. Now film the video. And I feel like he's like, by the way, he's sort of like, you're not really me. Like, I'm dead. So for the record, you're not me. Like, I love that part too. He's like, for the record, like, beware, when I die, I'm gone. You're some guy.
Well, didn't they say it's every memory of his except for his death?
Yeah.
Well, so basically, I would assume after he made the backup, he would stop. They made a backup, and then that's the backup. But like, wouldn't he remember that process leading up? Like,
yeah,
he shouldn't have to explain it to himself.
It might be a little fuzzy. You know what? I think it's less that. I think it's more just like, that's pretty weird to suddenly become conscious and then be told you're a clone. So they're like, talk to the guy so you know it's consensual. Like, you know, there was no foul play involved. He signed up for it. He was okay with it. Because I'm sure as a clone, you're grappling with a lot of stuff. Am I him? Am I me? What's the ethics of this whole deal? So I think they're like, if he could talk to the other guy, it might just help him smooth over the psychological element of this whole deal.
I'll be honest. I don't think anybody on the human side of things are worried about ethics here.
No. I do think that it plays into in like the first movie when he's like, oh, you should keep a log of everything you do. So like it sort of plays along with that.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I do like that they do have fun with it, with the clone, where he immediately is like, I'm not that guy, I'm my own guy. And he's like straddling. He's like not with the humans, but he's not. I'm excited to see where he goes. Because he's like not, he's like a Na'vi guy now. He's like, I'm a Na'vi, but he's not with them entirely. And he's not quite human, like he's doing his own third thing.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to go like redemption arc for this guy over the next couple of movies.
Yeah. You know what? That's what I thought. But then I was on the Wikipedia article and they said that James Cameron said that he's going to be an antagonist for all the movies. But I'm hoping that he's probably going to be like a third way antagonist. Like he's like not like more like an anti-hero. Maybe that'll be the, you know, because he wouldn't want to give the whole thing away. But I'm thinking that he may take on an anti-hero vibe where he's like, he's not ever going to be fully with the Na'vi, but he certainly is never going to be with the humans. He's like doing his own third wave sort of fusion thing.
That makes sense.
In space, the human avatars are getting ready to invade Pandora. We have a great line here. For the sins in our past life, we have been brought back in the form of our enemy. And then I'm wondering, are these all dead Marines now, or some of these actual avatars? Like,
I was wondering that as well. What's the ratio of revived guys to just people in a suit?
I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't be if they wouldn't be in that meeting room as an avatar. Like, I feel like they're not going to put you in an avatar till you're, you know, feet on the ground. So I feel like those are all backed up dead people from the first movie.
Yeah, I think they might even not. Now that I think about it, it would make sense that they would convert entirely over to the other one. Because like the split thing, you got to maintain their other bodies, and the switching is a whole deal. If you've got, they've got no shortage of dead soldiers. The Na'vi are killing these guys left and right. If you've got the technology to be reviving them back in other bodies, then why not just do that entirely? Why even mess with, you know, they got to go in a machine, they got to switch, they got to be switched back momentarily, or else they start to get sick and stuff. Why not just, you know, whole hog just start creating zombies?
Jake yells at his sons, Loak and Neteum, for disobeying direct orders. I like that he becomes Na'vi and immediately is like, I'm not going to name these kids after my family at all. They're full Na'vi names. We got Jake with Loak and Neteum. It's like, oh, come on, guys. Kurt.
George.
Hey, listen, he's trying to integrate, man. He's trying to, you know.
That's fair, yeah.
They already suffer enough prejudice as it is. They got extra digits and whatnot.
The humans plan to send in some avatars because every time humans go in, they get absolutely destroyed by the animals on Pandora. They hope the avatars will be viewed as indigenous and won't be attacked by the pterosaurs. The avatars come across some animals, and the animals leave them alone, proving their theory right. And then Spider finds Kiri. You know, she's laying on the ground, and she's asleep. And she goes, I was doing that thing again. Sleeping?
I think maybe she was connecting to Awa somehow.
Okay, because like,
she's like tripping balls the whole time. Like that's part of her like, she's like on LSD the whole movie. Like her extrasensory perception is on 11 to the point where she can't, you know, she can't even perceive it. She's just like, and you can see it. The whole movie, she's just sort of staring around like she is lost in the sauce.
When she said she was doing that thing, she was actually watching somewhere over, watching Wizard of Oz set to Dark Side of the Moon. It lines up so good.
The Na'vi teens get caught by some avatars. The Avatar watches the footage of the Colonel's death from the first movie. This is where I also realized that Spider is the Colonel's kid. I didn't realize that either.
Yeah.
Who's Spider's mom?
She was like a pilot or something.
Yeah.
She was just like a random pilot. Yeah. I feel like I realized when he's like, you don't always want to find out who your dad is. I was like, oh, it was the bad guy.
Oh yeah.
So no, he was okay. He was fine. Decent guy.
Then the Colonel, like Avatar, Quaritch, picks up a skull. Is that his own head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the scar on the skull.
That's so cool.
It's a hard part of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he crushes his own skull. That's awesome.
Yeah,
and then
metal.
He's got no reverence for old him. Like, I love that. Like, when he sees old him getting killed, like, he isn't like, I can't believe they killed me. He's like, pathetic. I can't believe that guy got wrecked. Like, he's got no love for his old self. Like, he's like, what a loser. I'd never get boned like that. Like, and then he finds his skull and he's like, teabag. He's just like, get out of here. Like, he has so much contempt for his own self for getting killed.
It's so wild that he, like, so quickly, like, he's like, yeah, I have all your memories in my head, and that's all I know, but I'm a different guy.
Yeah,
like he doesn't even hesitate.
He doesn't grapple with it at all, and I do love that. Like, he normally, this sort of thing, he spends the whole movie grappling with, like, who he is. He has none of that. It takes him an hour and a half to be like, He has the same attitude as like a person with a deadbeat dad, where he's like, but he doesn't really care about it. Like, he's got no drama. He's like, yeah, I came from a guy who sucked. Whatever. Yeah, lots of people came from guys who sucked.
I have all the memories of my deadbeat dad, but that guy sucks.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. He was like, I looked through all his memories and decided it couldn't be me. Sucks to suck.
It's like he must really have self-hatred that, like, the second he's in another body, he's like, that guy's the worst.
Yeah. But you know what? It's self-hatred that in that context is very much a form of self-love, though, where he's like, he is unburdened by it. He does not struggle, like, I came from a terrible guy, he was awful, all this stuff happened, he was like, wasn't me.
Yeah. Shrug it off.
That guy did that. I'm doing some other stuff.
Chaos ensues after Jake's wife takes out some avatars with an arrow to the face. Spider gets captured by the Colonel and is held captive by him and the avatars. Jake wants all the Na'vi to relocate because Spider knows everything and the humans might be able to get information out of him. Jake is immediately like, we're done. Spider's gonna tell them everything. He's one of them. It's like, Jake, you were one of them a year ago.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That also is a fascinating. There's a fascinating angle for Spider where they're like he's like part of the family but part not. They like trust him and don't. I had a lot of sympathy for him in the movie because he's like one of them. But they do turn tail at a moment's notice. Like, where the moment like he's at risk, they're like, that's human problems, man. We got other shit to try. And it's like, what? That was your boy, man. You were feeding him with your children. Now he's just some human.
You were hooking up his dreadlocks to your tendrils. Come on.
Exactly. Like, they're doing the whole thing. The moment he caught, it wasn't like, yo, we gotta rescue Spider. It's like, yo, we gotta dip. Spider's a snitch.
The humans interrogate Spider using this weird thought scanner. There's a lot of use of the term buttholes in this movie. He calls them buttholes, and I'm going, do the Na'vi have buttholes?
They must. They have like cloacas or something.
Colonel Quaritch decides to talk to Spider using the personal approach, and the female commander's like, he's not your kid. But it does work. He convinces him to just come along for the ride so he doesn't have to have experiments done on him, which is a great play. It's like, listen, you stay here. They're going to be poking and prodding at you. Why don't you just come along with me into my van, kid? Don't ask any questions.
And you know what's funny is that he have a sort of paternal thing with him, where he's like, I'm not that guy, but this is kind of my son. Like he does sort of, he likes him.
He's picking and choosing what he likes about being that guy.
Yeah, he really is. He's like, I'll take. I don't want his legacy, but I will take his son though. I will do that. And he doesn't like quite adopt him. Like he puts him in great risk quite a few times. Yeah. And there's moments where he ends up in danger, and he just goes off to pursue his own stuff. But he does feel like a general sense of like paternal influence over him, which I did think was cute. He was like, he's kind of my son. Like, but that I feel like that's what the other guy would have been like too. So I don't think that's him as like the clone. That's just like he has deadbeat dad energy. He would have been that guy regardless.
Right.
Jake and his family travel across the sea, and we finally meet the sea Na'vi like an hour into this movie. Well, this is also where I got worried, because I started going, I think I know what the plot of the next one's going to be too. We need to go find somewhere else to stay. Hey, Volcano Na'vi, can we stay here with you? Oh no! The humans found us again!
Yeah, well, based on the trailer for the third movie, I don't think that's going to be the case.
Isn't the trailer for the movie just the Na'vi who are now kind of red?
They seem like they're straight off the bat going to be antagonistic.
They're the fire ones. They like live in the volcano. But they're like vengeful Na'vi. They're sort of like the dark elves of the of the Na'vi situation. So yeah, I think it's poisoning for them to be like, we don't care about anybody else, so whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I also wonder if James Cameron is going to be as into this one, since it's the opposite of water. I wonder if he's just this movie's like
fire, no.
It's like, how you feeling about the movie? I mean, it's great. I like it. Kind of dry. Could use a little moisture, but probably for me.
I guess I am sweating a bit. That's nice because of the fire. So
that's water. Sweat is water. Yeah.
What if the whole plot is they need a drink of water?
It's just 3 hours of them taking buckets of water and bringing it to the volcano to cool it off.
Ooh, I'm parched. The Sea Na'vi are uncertain because Jake and his family don't have the skills for living with the Sea Clans. And the Sea Na'vi have also apparently fought off the humans before. And this is totally fair for them to be like, Jake, this is your war, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is also when the racial stuff also really gets into play, where they're like, first of all, you're like two separate, you're like, you're not even a separate, you're like two separate races. Like, one, you're a different tribe, two, you're half human. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on here that we don't really want. We got a racially pure Sea Na'vi thing going on. We don't need forest Na'vi. We don't need half human, half Na'vi weirdos wandering around. But then the wife is like, let him stay. And he's like, all right, I'll leave later. So.
Yeah. And furthermore, they don't need a war coming. Like, like we're on the run we're on the run from a war.
And it's also like, Jake, this guy is literally after you.
Yeah, like they don't even want the medal anymore. They just want to kill you.
Yeah.
It's like, go fight him. Go kill that guy. Stop bringing him to here.
Yeah. Well, he wanted to protect his own people, so he left and went to a different people.
But to be fair, he's like their like freedom fighter. He's like their He's like their Harriet Tubman, man. They could underground railroad him a little bit. He's out there. He's fighting the fight. The movie starts. He's blowing up railroads and he's taking it to him.
That's true.
But he's also their leader. Like, he's not even like
somebody's got to fight back.
He's the leader of the whole tribe. Like, it's like he's Harriet Tubman plus Abraham Lincoln. Like, he's like
exactly, man. Like, let him
got a lot on his shoulders. It's a little.
That's fair. Jake's family all go for a swim, and then I started going, can they all breathe underwater? But no, they can't. I learned that later on they can't. Although they kind of teach them how to do it.
They just teach them how to hold their breath.
For a very long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kiri really takes to the water, while the others struggle. Quaritch and the gang bring Spider with them on a mission, and Spider is going to work as their interpreter after mocking their handling of the Na'vi language.
I really like that too. That he was like their interpreter, because that's like how that happened in real life. Like when
Yes.
people came over to like the New World, is that they had like kids with native women, and then those kids spoke both languages, and they'd be like, all right, you guys don't know what I'm talking about. And so
It's a good system.
they like instructed us. So I do like that was a very cool. Yeah, it was a very cool parallel where he was like, they're trying to talk. It's like, you guys are stupid, man. I've been hanging out with these people. I know them.
The Sea Na'vi teaches Jake and his family how to ride Liopleurodons with wings. I'm going to be honest, I didn't need two different creatures with the Sea Na'vi. Like, once we meet these Liopleurodons, and then we meet these Tulkuns.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
the seal ones and the seal ones and the ones that are like scary.
The whales. Yeah.
No, the whales too, yeah.
Yeah, I called them Liopleurodons and whales. Was there a third one?
There's like a gentler, like a seal thing they ride. The kids ride them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The first one that was introduced, because I remember when they were teaching Jake, they were like, "Don't you want to start on the kid one?" And he's like, "Nah, put me on one of these barracudas."
Yeah.
I like how each different Na'vi tribe has different sick mounts, which is dope. Humans do not have that. You go around the earth, it's just horses and donkeys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Various different
Just
places.
different brands of cars.
Like every you go every 3 feet, they've got like entirely different domesticated animals, like whole different ones.
Spider takes the avatars up to the pterosaurs. Colonel Quaritch, needing to prove himself, wants to catch the creature the Na'vi way because he gets mocked by Spider again. So he punches the thing in the face. Like, that's his first idea. Is like, all right, you know what? I'm throwing hands with this giant pterosaur.
Yeah.
Savage motherfucker.
Hey, it works. He
Savage
jumps on its back and comes flying right back up.
Yeah. That is like that's what a hillbilly would do. Like, I feel like if this was like happening in the South, that's exactly what they'd do. They just if this is Florida, they'd be punching that bird and jumping up.
Yeah. And he is like, I think it's all supposed to condition him as the anti-Jake in a way, because what made Jake interesting from the start is like he's one of these jarheads, but like he goes up to the animals and he like caresses them and gives them a kiss on the forehead, and they're like, oh, he's one of the good ones, and they're like into him. So like that's his whole thing. Is like he's one of these Marines, but he's like super sensitive and caring, and like that allows him to sort of be a violent guy but transcend it in certain ways. This guy's sort of his opposite, because he still is successful, but he's like, nah, I'm just gonna punch things so they listen to me, and it works. Like he's like nega Jake in that way.
Yeah. Well, that's like every time he does anything, it works.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like he's like Jake's
guy.
thing is like, yeah, he's like he's supposed to be this rough military guy, and then he like gets a task, and you think, oh, he's this jarhead, he's gonna go fight it. He goes over and he like caresses it gently, and then it works out in his favor. You're like, ooh, like he's really good at that. And I feel like the other guy sort of subverts that trope where you think he's gonna do something like, outside of the box, but he just physically assaults it until it listens.
Yeah. He also skipped a bunch of steps. Like, I feel like they still kind of had to teach Jake some of that respect before they even brought him to those birds in the first movie, whereas he's just like, all right, let's jump to the 5th level here and just jump on that bird real quick. I don't see how the horse isn't going to be useful at all.
Right. You know how you earn respect? Punching into the mouth.
Yeah.
What is funny is Spider looks so proud of him, too. He's like, yeah, that's my kind of dad. Back at the Sea Na'vi Training Center, we get a title drop. The way of water has no beginning and no end. And they also have another great line, the sea gives and the sea takes. I didn't see the take anything in this movie, but okay. The lady talks, but it's all the same stuff as the Forest Na'vi. It's all about nature. I get it. Once we got to the Sea Na'vi, I didn't need the explanation that, oh yeah, we're one with the sea. I watched the first movie.
Yes. There is a lot of retreading. When teaching them how to do the things, I was like, oh, it's the first movie, but now they have to teach 5 people all the new ways.
Yeah.
2/3 of this movie is retread.
For a movie that's very intent on like bringing back a lot of the lore from the first movie without ingratiating you to it, it spends a lot of time hand-holding you on other stuff.
Yeah. It sure does. Yeah, it is a mixed bag in that way. This movie could have been probably 2 hours long if they didn't do so much retreading.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Honestly, it could have been a way tighter. It could have been a way tighter movie, for sure. Because it's got some real nuggets of stuff where it's like it's really built off of the first movie, and it's like cool to see them playing off of these concepts again. And then part of the movie is just Avatar 1 again. Like it's odd that you're doing this when you've got so much to work with other things.
Yeah,
where it cuts away from stuff, and you're like, wait, no, go back to that other thing. Cool stuff was happening.
Yeah,
it's like they're like deep in a game, and they like keep sending you back to the tutorial for some reason. Sometimes, and you're like, wait, no, I'm like 24 hours into this game. Why am I back fighting rabbits at the beginner level?
and they do have new concepts that they're introducing here that they kind of graze over, but they still spend time on, okay, now like the bird but in the water. It's like, no, we know that.
yeah.
that could have been a montage. That was like an hour and a half. That could have been like a 5-minute montage.
Yeah, they do the whole like rejoining thing again, and the smaller beast and the bigger beast, and going to find one of the legendary ones and capturing that. It's like you did the exact same sequence, man. You could have speed run this.
And then the same thing with there's like the Sea Navi that don't like the kids or bullying them is a lot like the other like the Ward tribe leader guy in the first movie that didn't like Jake Sully. It's just like beat for beat, you're just doing the same thing again a lot.
After a fight, Loak is told to go and apologize to the Sea Chief Navi's son. His name is Anyong. He invites him to come hunting with him. It's not Anyong, but it's very close. It is like Onyuong or something like that.
Yeah.
He invites him to come hunting, and right away you're like, okay, this is a setup. They all go to Three Brothers Rocks. The Sea Navi abandon Loak while he hunts. A mosasaur attacks him and his Liopleurodon. I do feel bad for the little Liopleurodon because he gets hurt and he whimpers as he swims away. Anytime a littler animal's like, I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, that was. I was like, he seems to get away though.
Yeah, because then Loak thinks it's gonna.
Also,
he's gonna.
This guy in mortal danger over a friend.
Yeah.
Like he could have died. You would have to go back and be like, hey man, I was trying to prank a kid. He got Easton. Like, he got munched upon. Like
that kid's just gone.
He's like, he's looking down, kicking rocks. Hey, so here's the thing about your kid.
Loak thinks he's gonna kill this thing with a knife, but then an even bigger mosasaur attacks it and kills it. There's always a bigger fish.
Yes, that was my thought. That was like, oh my goodness. There's always a bigger fish.
Loak washes up on shore. Oh, he's actually riding a giant whale, or a tulkin. He removes this thing from the flipper, and now they're friends. Kiri cries because she can hear and feel her mother. She's like, I can hear her heartbeat. And Jake asks, what does the heartbeat sound like? And I was really hoping Kiri just went, thump. The Tulkin takes Loak back, and when Loak hears Jake calling for him, everyone at camps knows that this is Anyong's fault. But for some reason, Loak's like, nah, this is my fault. All right. Okay, dude.
Because he, you know what? No, the moment is he was cool. That's how he showed himself. He was cool to the other kids. That's why I accepted him. That's classic kid stuff. One kid bullies you a little too far, he takes it overboard, and then when you get caught, you're like, nah, it was no big deal. And the kid's like, you know what? He's a cool guy. He didn't let me, he didn't let me go down.
One kid tries to commit murder, and you just go, no, it's my fault.
But that makes
he knew he shouldn't.
That does make him look hard though, because he's like, hey, people try to murder me all the time, dog. I don't even sweat. Like, he's like that type of shit's always happening to me.
He comes back listening to
like a listen, man. I'm that type of guy. People always try to kill me. Many have tried. They all have failed. More are gonna try. It ain't even that big a deal, dog. We cool.
He's walking back into the camp with many men playing.
Yeah.
Jake tells Loak that he's brought shame to the family, which seems a little harsh, but alright. We learned that the Tulkun who saved Loak was a rogue Tulkun named Payakin, who apparently kills Na'vi, and usually there are two Tulkun because they're like the Sith, and they haven't come back yet. I don't care. A lot of lore about these whale creatures. Lot of lore here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who told them? Because, I mean, you see later on, you see what happened. Who, like, did the whale come back and explain? And they're like, oh, you're a murderer, man. Get the hell away from us.
I guess so.
Is he... He's ostracized by the other whales or by the people, the Na'vi?
Both, it seems like?
No, by the other whales. No.
Okay.
No, it's the other whales. It's because the Na'vi ignore him because the other whales ignore him. So his mother, some humans killed his mother, and he went back and killed a bunch of humans and got his lick back.
Yeah.
But the Tolkien are apparently a peaceful people, so they like exiled him because of it, which is whack as hell.
Yeah, it is. Oh, jeez.
Pussy ass Tolkien, man. Yeah. Finally, one of them. Done. They killed his moms, man. He went back and got it in blood. That's some real G shit. They're gonna exile him because of that.
Free my boy Payakin. He did nothing wrong.
That's what I'm saying. He did nothing wrong. He went back. He spun the block on him. Rightfully so.
That was a dumb approach, though. Why? They were on the surface for so long. Why didn't they all go deep underwater and then come up all at once? Like, why are they charging at the boat at like surface level where you could see them? Like, they have so many options.
That's a great point.
Definitely a dumb idea.
The Sea Na'vi show Kiri and the others the Cove of the Ancestors, a sacred place. They make their way to the Spirit Tree. Yeah, I've seen the first one.
Yep. Again, this is so much retreading here.
Yeah. Another. Yeah.
And then Kiri has a seizure after hooking up to it. All right. Cool. The human and Na'vi.
That's the only cool part is that she's like, because she's like born from that system, because she's like, like spontaneously generated in her, mother's bosom from the power of Pandora itself. She like, when they connect to stuff, they get like a mild high. She like overdoses every time. Like that's what that is. Where they're like, later they're like, she can't do that underwater because like she gets too hot. Like she gets too goated off the sauce. So she has to do that sort of thing on land. She'll drown if she does it in the water.
Yeah, Kiri's a real lightweight.
She's already like perpetually sort of connected to Ayla in the same way that they do when they connect to the Yeah.
So it's like, if anything, she's drinking straight from the pump. It's too much. She's got her face on the caffeine nozzle with Starbucks. Like she's flying too close to the sun.
She's drinking the super squishy.
Yeah.
she's just pouring the like
2, 4, 6, 8 pumps in her mouth straight.
Just going like, no, you can't. You're gonna explode. You're gonna die.
Colonel Quaritch and crew get a notification of a rogue gunship. They're gonna go search the islands. They commandeer a ship of a guy who apparently just hunts Tolkien. Who are these guys?
Do they work for a different company?
The Tolkien return, and they blow a conch shell to signal a return. Everybody celebrates. The humans start to go through a village. They're looking for Jake. The Sea Na'vi tell him that he looks like a forest person. He wouldn't be here. So they kill a Liopleurodon to prove a point. And then the humans just burn down the village. Like, all right, you're not going to tell us?
Yeah, this is so insanely villainous. This was like, at least in the first movie when they were burned down villages, it's because they wanted the stuff underneath them. They're just like, nah, just burn these for fun.
Yeah.
Send a lesson to anyone else who doesn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. I do like though that he's showing the picture and he was like, "That's like a forest guy. They're not even open. That's like in real life."
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, dude, you're in the wrong place."
He was like, "Oh, that's a Korean. They're not even. Those are different. You got to go north for a while. You're a whole different." that's a whole type of us different. That's you gotta go somewhere else.
Yeah. I wonder if that guy
Oh,
was
I guess all Na'vi look the same to you, don't we, Quaritch?
He's like, look at this guy. And they're like, oh my God, thank God. Nah, he's like really far away from here.
Yeah. He's like, those are.
We thought you were going to do some terrible stuff, but no, he's not even here.
Now that I've said that, assuredly you will leave us in peace.
I'm sure you have nothing against the Na'vi in general.
Yeah.
Last thing you do is burn my village down. That'd be uncouth.
Loak asks Payakin why he was outcast, and it becomes Pinocchio as Loak goes into Payakin to bond their tendrils. And this is where we learn why he was outcast. The Sea Na'vi are all upset that Loak bonded with him, and Loak tries to correct the head of the Sea Na'vi, but everyone's like, hey, that's really disrespectful, man.
And then he doesn't do anything. He's just like, yeah,
you know what I love
that.
about Jake? Yeah. I love Jake in this movie. Like, he's this, like, meathead, but he also is, like, the like, spiritual leader of this tribe, and is, like, their, like, primary counsel and guardian. So he has to seem like wise and very like prestigious, but he's also still this meathead. So you have all these moments and he's like, son, get over here, man. You're breaking the community trust, bro. You see, the thing about this situation is
Oh man.
Civilization is built around a common bond where everyone feels a sense of ownership over each other, Brody. And it's just not chill what you're doing. You're interrupting the circle. Like he's
Speaking of bro, they say the word bro it's way too much in this movie.
They do.
Kids are just bro, and it just, I wanted to strangle them. I was like, stop saying it. It's so, like, again, come on, James Cameron, that's the best you can come up
earlier.
with. Like,
yeah, but also, like we were saying earlier, though, they're definitely saying like Na'vi, bro, Na'vi, bro. Definitely just sprinkling bro in there.
It was so much, and maybe it was to kind of, you know, show you, like you said, like butthole and penis face. Like it was to basically be like, they learned how to talk because of like just Jake Sully talking to them, just calling them bro all the time.
Jake Sully just calling his kids penis face all the time.
Yeah, bro, get out of your penis face, you butthole.
Right? When did that start? Like when did that? Because it's not like Jake has any peers that that they've observed him interacting with. He was calling them buttholes. Like he was,
like here he goes, and here are my brothers, butthole and
it's not like
penis
he
face.
had bros that he was. Yeah.
He's just like, and now you call each other bros.
Bros, and he was calling them penis face.
Yeah.
He was explaining to them, you are brothers, and short for brother is bro. You will forever call each other bro.
His wife was probably pissed. I bet he slept on the couch for like a week after that. She's like, they won't stop saying it.
I heard one of them call them bruh the other day. Bruh! The humans put a tracker on the mother Tulkun and all set out into the water on what looks like these giant mechanical crabs. Some of them also got on regular boats to look for the Tulkun, and I don't know why, but these crab subs were hilarious to me.
Yes. I like when they do that.
They're very G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very like 80s. Like when a bad guy would have something, it would just be like it'd have to be shaped like the animal that was in that environment. Like you could like you couldn't just have a tank in the the savannah, or have it shaped like a zebra or a rhino or something.
Yeah.
How many designs do you think they went through before they settled on crab?
I wonder who the guy was like,
lobster,
they should punch their fists.
Krill.
Hey, why don't we just make them submarines? No, they have to look like animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they went through
like...
quite a bit. They went through lobster, krill, shrimp. They were all the crustaceans.
Yeah.
I specialize in crustacean engineering.
But also, they just turned to little clam shells.
I can only make. Yeah, that too. Oh, that's two animals in one. So that's
It is. And why would you even need the legs if it just could float around like that? Like, what advantage do the legs give it if it could just float around in the water like a normal sub? I don't understand.
It looks hella sick. That's the advantage.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's cool as hell.
Look how threatening it is. Look, they can also snap their fingers. Look, it's West Side Story. When you're a crab all the way.
Before battle, that's like their battle cry. They used to terrify their enemies. They're just snapping.
Just play it crab.
Across the seafloor, there's like 50 of them and they're snapping.
The humans use sound cannons to lure the Tulkun out of the water. They want to separate the mother from the calf, and after a long chase, they finally kill the mother Tulkun. The humans get Amrita from the Tulkun brain. Is that what it is? Is that what
something like that? Yeah.
They get a MacGuffin.
Yeah, I don't
a MacGuffin that we haven't heard about.
Yeah, it's
until 2.5 hours into the movie.
Unobtainium 2, basically.
Yeah, it's 2.5 hours into this movie, and then after another 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, this is the real reason we're here.
Okay. Oh.
It's weird that it didn't come up until like 6 hours into watching these movies, but okay.
Yeah, exactly.
We discovered that these whales have impositanium in their brain.
Yeah.
And who was like, I know what we should do. Let's kill these whales and drill into its brain? Like...
Yeah, how did you know that? The Colonel wants the Na'vi to know it was them who killed the Tulkun because he's trying to lure out Jake. The Sea Na'vi are determined to fight the Sky people, and Jake's like, nah, that's a bad idea. It's like, Jake, this is your fault they're here. Shut up. They have to fight because of you, Jake. Loak wants to warn Payakin about the trackers, and he gets in a fight with his brother Neteyam. They set out to warn Loak, and the other young Na'vi want to stop him. We're at Three Brothers Rocks again, and all the kids work to pull a tracker out of a Tulkun. They call Jake, and all the adult Na'vi go out to fight off the demon ships. I like that they call them demon ships and sky people. They have all these different names for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Colonel Quaritch is really excited when he's like, hey, that's Jake's kids. But don't kill them. They're worthless to me dead. So he is a smart villain. He is cartoonishly evil, but he's a smart dude.
Yeah.
He has a strategic mind inside of a giant blue body.
Yeah, yep.
And he's also kind of doing it for the love of the game at this point. Like,
oh, yeah.
The other guy, presumably, this was a job for him. Like, he had a salary and he had a house or a family back home or something that he was doing this towards. But this guy just lives, he can't go back to Earth. He just lives on this planet now doing nefarious deeds. That's his whole life. So he really embraces like doing it just because this is lane in life now. That's what he's been literally born to do at this point.
He's so like, I'm not that guy, but I will avenge his death.
The humans capture some of the Na'vi children, and then the Na'vi confront the humans, and Colonel Quaritch tells Jake that if Jake doesn't come face him alone, he'll kill his son. And then this movie then becomes incredible. Because Payakin does a free willy, but instead of going over the ship, he just crushes some humans. Where was this kaiju shit 2 hours ago? Because I'm sitting there bored.
They like just realized.
Yeah, all of a sudden this giant whale smushes some people. And I'm like, oh, this is a movie. That's right. This fight is great.
Scene.
This battle saves this entire movie.
Yeah, it is phenomenal.
I was kind of bored because it doesn't need to be 3 hours and 15 minutes. But the Payakin smashes a boat into the air and it causes a fire. And inside the boat, Spider uses a fire extinguisher to knock a guy out and send the boat hurtling at a piece of land with flames coming out the back. And I'm like cheering in my seat like crazy.
Yeah.
Because finally things are happening that I can actually be like, I know what fire, yeah.
What was so funny about that scene to me was like after Spider, like this was right after they catch the kids, and Spider comes out. And he's like, "Don't hurt them," blah blah blah, and then the Colonel's like, "Send him back to the bridge, like where he could do some like real damage to the boat." Like, why not? He's already like he's fighting back now. Why not like send him to the brig or like put him in a closet, or why are you putting him in like the worst possible place to have like an enemy insurgent, like have access to all your controls and stuff.
I love that Spider, like obviously he's loyal to his family and Navi and that, but he's very much his father's son, where he's like going where the wind takes him throughout this whole movie. Like he's on the Navi side, he gets captured, he capitulates immediately. He's their best friend. The battle happens, they start to lose. He's Team Navi like that. Like he's right back on the train.
No matter what, Spider wins.
Yeah, comes out on top.
Yeah,
playing both sides.
Spider's coming out on top. No matter no matter what happens, he is going to be the last man standing.
Jake knocks Quartz into the water. Piekin starts pulling the boat with Jermaine on it. And at this point, he thinks this is a good time to start messing with his boss. He's like, I thought you were smarter than them. It's like, you're all going to die, so is now the time to do this?
You know, we are literally in the same boat right now.
Piekin then does another Free Willy. Traps the boat, including the Australian or New Zealand guy's arm. And then he pulls it. His arm, the dude goes flying, and his arm gets ripped off. 10 out of 10. No notes. Like, seeing the guy's arm separated from his body, loved it.
Yeah.
They're gonna 100% turn this dude into, like, an Ahab. He's gonna come back to the next movie with, like, a claw arm, like a mechanical arm, and he's gonna want to hunt down that whale. Like, I gotta kill that thing.
He's dead.
Oh, I love an idea that series just increasingly has vendettas. There's more and more characters part of the previous movie that have come back.
Snowballing vendettas.
By the fifth movie, there's like 30 people trying to execute some sort of revenge on one person or another. It's just all
Let's just sit in a room and sort this out.
By the last movie, it's an Avengers Endgame style thing where two sides just running at each other.
Yeah. Where they have to, who has a vendetta against who? Has a vendetta against who? And then we're going to make a map just to see where the sides are. All
right, let's get the whiteboard out. Let's figure this out.
So you hate him, but he hates him. We're going to wipe those out. We eliminate those.
The lady Navi calls one of the humans a pervert. Again, I didn't even know the Navi had a word for pervert, so okay.
Yeah.
Quaritch takes Took, the young girl, hostage again. Loak and his brother free Spider, and then one of them just lights up a dude with a gun. It's always, like, jarring to see a Navi just use a gun.
Yeah, he looked shook. He looked like he had a hard time with that. He's like, I just killed a guy. I just shot a guy in the face. Didn't he drop an F-bomb? Didn't Spider drop an F-bomb in this movie?
He does.
Yeah.
I believe he does.
Yeah, which does, I was like, oh, they also have the word, they have the F word in this movie, okay.
Navi.
No, that 100% is human. Jake is definitely going around dropping F-bombs.
Oh, yeah!
Human F-bombs.
Human F-bombs.
And they're definitely, and he's definitely got the Navi on. Even regular Navi are definitely saying.
Yeah. They're like, this word's amazing. You can use it for anything you want. You just say it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Just throw it out there. It's like they're Smurf now.
Yeah. These F-berries.
Nateum gets shot. It's not looking good. They'll get rescued by the chief's daughter. Nateum dies on a rock. And Quaritch offers the same deal to Jake as before. It's him for his daughters. We then get an eclipse. Was this spoken about before? Does this matter? Or is it just cool?
They brought it up earlier.
But does it mean anything?
Yeah, I think it was brought up earlier.
I was trying to remember when I was watching it because Lauren, my wife, was like, "Why are they doing this?" And I was like, "They said something earlier about the eclipse."
Okay, this is part of the problem with
a stick moment is going to occur.
Okay, because like
I think it was Chekhov's. It was a Chekhov's sick moment where they announced that they had to use it.
Yeah, the Na'vi had a belief, maybe something to do with Awa, or something to do with that when the eclipse happens, that there's something happening.
Okay, because like this is the part of the problem with a 3 hour, 15-minute movie. If you just drop a line earlier, I'm gonna forget it 3 hours later.
Yeah, that could have been one of the things they expanded on instead of giving us the 2.5 hour retread.
Yeah.
Jake tells Loak that he's done enough and tells him to stay with his brother's body. Then Jake uses a grenade to blow up part of the ship. He attacks in the chaos, followed by his wife. This is another cool fight as Jake and his wife are just
Neytiri
wiping
goes hard
dudes
here
out.
too. She starts cutting some people up for sure. She's going in.
Neytiri, I'm glad you remembered her name because I didn't.
Yeah, Neytiri. I feel like all the pain of like her losing her dad kind of resurfaces here too, because she's even she breaks the bow that her dad gave her and everything. So I mean, I can imagine that like a mother, her firstborn just got killed, she's gonna go to town on these guys.
Yeah. And I also think, that, and I think this is like, because the series is supposed to be about, as the movies go on, they're increasingly going to be about the kids and not Jake and Neytiri.
Makes sense.
And I believe that Jake's brother also died. And that's a big impetus for him becoming who he is. So I think they're supposed to be mirroring that with his son. I think in the first movie, he's only there because his brother was supposed to do it. His brother died or something like that. So I think, his twin brother, that was it. So it was like the same DNA and stuff. So I think they're definitely going for something thematically where it's like, this son is also going to have increased responsibilities after his brother's death and whatnot, which is like a parallel that's going to propel him to be the new protagonist, which is what I think they're doing.
Quaritch has Kiri with a knife to her throat. The wife threatens Quaritch and takes Spider hostage, and Quaritch blinks first so she won't hurt Spider. Jake and Quaritch fight, and while they're fighting, we get this perilous escape sequence for Kiri, Took, Spider, and Neytiri. Jake kills Quaritch with a sleeper hold, or at least that's what I thought, and he throws him to the bottom of the ocean.
When they do the standoff with Quaritch and Neytiri, I do love, and we talked about this earlier, like Spider's flip-flopping status with them. Like, he's like their surrogate child. And then the moment Quaritch is like, I'll hurt your daughter. And she's like, I'll kill this dirty, stupid human. Like, it wildly fluctuates from being their surrogate child to like, at a moment's notice, she's like, I'll kill this dumb person I hate.
So she knows that he's Quaritch's son.
No, I don't think she ever would have did it. She was bluffing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
she
for
does.
sure.
Yeah, she does. And I don't think she likes him. She wouldn't have hurt him. She was definitely bluffing. I just think it's funny, like, ostensibly, how quick it switches to, like, I'll hurt your daughter. I'll hurt this stupid little thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure for a second, he was like, all right, you didn't have to, like, even if I get the plan, you didn't have to call me,
Stupid. I mean, I'll even take dirty, but stupid?
She's like, I'll kill this gross thing you call a son. Get over the top. Need all that.
I was just trying to sell it.
You made me pancakes with a little smiley face in them. Now you call me a dirty rat bastard. Yeah. This is crazy.
She wrote filthy, smelly human in syrup into the pancake.
The others go to save Jake and Neytiri as Kiri does some stuff while sitting down in the water. Loak saves Jake, and then Spider gets conflicted but decides to save Quaritch. This is where we get the F-bomb. Kiri then sends some bioluminescent things down into the ship. They guide her to her mother and Took, and she guides them to safety. Loak also just guides Jake to safety. Payakin brings Jake and Loak to the surface. The family reunite. The eclipse passes. Spider pulls Courage on a rock and then like snarls at him. A lot of snarling in this movie by things that are supposed to be humanoids.
Yeah, he saved them because it's still his clone dad and all, so,
Yeah. I understand why he saved him.
Plus, some of these kids are always ragging on him because he's got human parents, so now he can go back and be like, "I've got a Navi dad too." So,
well, it's also he saved
you guys are special.
In his mind, Quaritch saved his life by blinking first.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that is true.
All right.
Yeah.
Spider returns to Jake and family. He should probably tell him what he just did, but I don't think he does.
Yeah, I was like, he should definitely tell them right away.
Yeah. Jake's definitely assuming that Quaritch is dead, and Spider's like, when do I tell him? Because they're really upset about Neteyam.
Yeah.
We get the funeral, and Jake's like, hey, we're leaving tomorrow. But the Sea Navi's like, no, you're not. Okay. And
Yeah.
Jake and Neytiri connect to the underwater
Which
thing.
I also get. Hold up. Like, if a super soldier is like if you take in a super soldier and then he attracts a whole bunch of attention, which he then defeats, he can't be like, I'm gonna leave. You're like, what if they come back? You don't have another super soldier.
They're burning down villages.
Stay now. Yeah, like you put us on the map, dog. They're gonna come back. Like you have to stay here.
Yeah, we know what?
It'll be funny
Since
if they
this is
all
now
left
your
in the third
battle.
movie, the tree people and the sea.
Yeah, like he's got to fight now. You're great.
It'll be funny for the next movie. They all leave. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing. I'm waiting for the next movie. They're all going to go to the volcano and go, hey, can you take us in? That's right. Can you breathe under lava?
That's what I was going to say. I think it would be funny if they all leave, and in the next movie, the forest people and the sea people show up to the volcano people. They got to take them all in, and then the next movie when they're at the ice place. Then the next movie they're at the ice place or something, and it's the water people and the jungle people and the volcano people show up, and they're like, "We don't have space for all of you guys, man."
What? And then the six, they're the rock people.
Yeah.
They're just going through the different elements, the whole periodic table of elements. They have the sulfur people.
They are. I mean, they are. It's funny, they're doing the elements, and they're doing it in the same order that Avatar: The Last Airbender does the elements.
Yeah.
It is the same,
like, and you're calling it Avatar? Like, I didn't notice that.
That is what, it's
air,
not only
water,
just called Avatar,
fire.
but it's going through the same elements in the same order.
I think Earth comes after water.
Yeah. But does it?
No idea.
Yeah. Air.
You're right. It is Earth. Yeah. It is.
Air, water, earth, fire. Yeah.
Captain Planet. Jake and wife connect to the thing underwater. They go to a memory of Neteyam fishing. And then the credits.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Avatar:
The
Way of Water.
It's that one.
Hey, what'd you guys think of this movie?
I think
I went into it being like, I thought the first movie was all right. And then I went into this one and I was like, I had a great time. So it sort of, you know what? It was one of those movies where you ever go into a movie being like, this is going to be a slog. And then you have a lot of fun and you're like, this is awesome. I don't know what people are talking about. But I feel like if I went into the movie thinking it was going to be good, I'd probably come out being like, it was okay. But I think because I watched it with such an idea like, I don't think this is going to be great, that I was like, oh, this is a ride. It was fun.
that was the Meg for me. I went into watching the Meg thinking it was going to be like whatever, and then I was like, this is a funny, solid movie. Like this is good time.
Should we jump to Letterboxd?
Yeah, we could do that.
Devin, do you have a Letterboxd?
No, I do not. I got to get on that game. I know a lot of my brother's got one. As a person who, I don't know, generates content in general, it seems like something that I should be working some magic on. But as of yet, I do not.
Well, you can follow us on Letterboxd at TheRoydsBand. This is Avatar 2. I think this is a good movie. If this cuts out the first hour of the movie, or at least cuts out an hour of the movie, I say, this is excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's definitely, if it was condensed, it would have been spectacular.
But I think it's way too long.
It was tough. And we just literally, I mean, I saw Avatar, the original one, when it first came out, but just because I literally haven't seen it since then. That was whatever 2009 or something. I was like,
Yeah.
well, I haven't seen this movie in almost 20 years, so I should rewatch the first one. Like like Sunday night, Monday night, back to back. We did Avatar 1 and then Avatar 2, and I was like, yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed going back and watching the first one because I felt like I liked it a lot more now.
Yeah.
But it did detract from the second movie where I was just like, I don't need another 2 hours of my life doing the same exact thing.
That's
so
a slog,
yeah, I do agree though.
You're meant to watch
like by itself. Yeah. Oh man.
I was gonna say, I feel like this movie is meant to be watched with a vague memory of the first.
Yes.
Like, you should not be watching them back to back. You should have like the scent of the first in your memory as you watch the second one.
It's as long as you're aware of the first one, you're good. You can watch this one as long as you're somewhat aware of the first one.
I don't think Lauren had ever seen the first one, so it would have been coming in totally blind coming into this one.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I think I liked this more than the first one.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely.
I think mostly because of that battle.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. It definitely topped the action from the previous movie. There was a lot, like, I feel like the first movie had a lot of tension at the end, but this movie, I think, had a more entertaining end sequence.
Yeah.
I think it's 3.5 stars. That's my personal opinion.
That's perfect. Yeah, chop an hour off, and then I'll give it 4.5. But
you chop an hour off this? I'm giving it 4.5.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
We just gave Avatar: The Way of Water 3.5 stars on Letterboxd. Follow us on Letterboxd. I spun my phone because I thought it was cool, but you can't see it on the cameras. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, well,
Doesn't matter.
We know it happened. We believe you.
Yeah. Thank you. As long as you believe me, and I don't have to have any evidence of anything I ever say. That's what matters. I did write a song about this movie. Well, inspired by this movie.
Okay. I did as well.
Devin, you have a job now. You're going to tell us who's going to play our song first.
Ooh. That is... Ooh, you know what? I'm going to give it a mark, man. I want to see what you got.
All right. Well, my song, I based it... So the second I saw the Sea Navi, they reminded me of the Zora from Zelda, like Ocarina of Time.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
And so I sort of based my song off of a little bit of a left turn, but the Dire Docks in Super Mario Brothers.
Okay. I like you mentioned one video game and then did a whole other video game.
Well, because I was thinking about Nintendo 64, and then I was like, you know what else has good water music? Super Mario 64.
Also,
yeah.
Dire Docks is fire, so no, that's definitely great.
But I did sort of take some elements of like the Zora Domain song, so it's a little bit of a combo of like Dire Docks and the Zora Domain, and that was like my starting place. I built it up a bit and moved on from there, but it's called Dire Consequences.
That is not what I have here.
What does it say?
Dire Circumstances.
Oh, okay. What did I say? Oh, yeah, you're right. All right, Thank you for correct. Dire Circumstance. That's a whole other song.
Both are fire. both are great names. So
yeah, Dire Circumstances. I think I like a little better.
Start all over and go somewhere brand new. Learn new ways of getting around. ensue. Fresh new rules, fresh new rights, and a well that lets me swim inside. Find a wet place we can live in, assimilate a whole new life. Bring a war to a brand new people, 'cause we bring along the strife. We can run from the demon bow, but we can't run from the night. And though the love we feel that's from the earth might give us seizures, at least it means that we control the plants with ease and leisure. Don't freak out 'cause the water's rising, you can just control your breath. Even though we are at an impasse that will surely mean our death. Grab some lungs and some blowfish sticks. We can make it if we take the risk. And though the love we feel that's from the earth might give us seizures, at least it means that we control the plants with ease and leisure. Though all the things we learned along the way were at the expense of others, and all the times we made damn sure the audience knows we're brothers. Though all the things we learned along the way were at the expense of others, and all the times we made damn sure the audience knows we're brothers.
That was really good.
Thank you. It was dire circumstances.
Awesome, dog.
Thank you. Thank you.
First of all, the beginning, even before the lyrics even started, the beginning made me want to go platform somewhere, dog. I wanted to be jumping off of some moving pieces onto other moving pieces in pursuit of some sort of object or token. That was awesome. And then the lyrics were dope as well. The rest of the song was fantastic. But the beginning, I was
Thank
like,
you.
dog, I got to be double jumping right now.
That's got me in the mood for double jumping.
You definitely get that underwater level vibe from the
Yes.
music.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah,
awesome.
for sure.
The bass also rocked. I love
Yeah,
how the bass
thank you.
sounded.
It took
Yeah.
me a minute to kind of get to that
And-
sound, but yeah.
And when you picked the drums up and everything was also great. The harmonies and
Yeah.
stuff towards the end, it was fantastic.
Yeah, those ending vocals sounded really good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have anything else you want to say about your song, or you want to just heap in the praise?
Well, I used some new plugins. I actually got some new compressors that I tried out on the vocals. I think it went really well. Got them sounding nice and warm. Yeah, I just basically used the exact chord progression from Dire Docs and just made it a little different.
I like it.
Def sick.
My song sounds nothing like that. My song is called Liopleurodons of the Sky and the Sea.
Nice. It's a great title.
Thanks. And it's really about how it's really from this, just talking about how, like, hey, you're a spider, you're a human, you're not a Navi, you can't ride the Liopleurodons. And that's what it is. And it's I wrote a pretty simple riff on the bass and just kind of drove the song with that, and I got a little silly with it. So here we go. My song is called Liopleurodons of the Sky and the Sea.
Leopardon of the sky and sea. You can't ride, you're not a true Navi. You wanna be a warrior, you wanna You're not a true Navi. Leoplerodon of the sea and sky. You can't ride. You're not a true blue guy. We may look different, but search within. You know you are mine. I may have lost my old body, but I haven't lost my mind. One day you'll come back to me when you want to be with your own kind. But until then, you'll never, 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 never get to ride on Leoplerodon of the sky and sea. You can't ride. You're not a true Navi. Leoplerodon of the sea and sky. You're too short to be a true blue guy. You can't ride the Leoplerodon. You'll be Leoplerodon. Can't ride on the Leoplerodon of the sky and sea. You can't ride. You're not a true Navi. Can't ride on the Leoplerodon of the sea and sky. You're too short to be a true blue guy. I'm aware that they're not Leoplerodons, but I don't care that they're not Leoplerodons. Don't write me, don't at me, I don't care.
So that was my song called Leoplerodons of the Sky and the Sea.
That
Like
was sick
the-
as hell, dog.
The surfy vibes are awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah. I love the breakdown. Breakdown was great.
Yep.
It was just silly.
And
I
the build up
laughed.
again. That was sick.
I laughed really hard at the word Leoplerodon, and that made me laugh.
It is quite the achievement to manage to
thanks
fit
for
that
sure.
word into a song.
yeah. That's totally real and valid word.
and then your shout out at the end that you're aware of.
Yeah.
You're aware of your,
I know they're not
an
Leoplerodon.
approximate assessment.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I know, don't worry. It's just, that's what they look like to me. It's also, when we did the first Avatar, back when this first came out, we want to be in the algorithm. We like to be in the algorithm. And my first song was all about the rhinos that they had, and it was called Alien Rhino. So I figured I would just keep with that same thing and be like, yeah, now I'm going to write about the Leoplerodons. And when I told Laura that was the name of my song, she goes, yeah, because you're a millennial. We've all seen Charlie the Unicorn. And I went, oh, damn, you're right.
Yeah.
And that's probably also subconsciously why I was like, oh, Leoplerodon. That's how I know what a Leoplerodon even is. I would not even know what a Leoplerodon is. It was not for those stupid unicorns on YouTube, so.
Yeah. God, they were annoying.
Oh, man. Devin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, man. I had an absolute blast as always.
Can you do me a favor, and can you tell the audience where they can find you on all of the socials and any shows you got coming up?
It is Devin Bramble, DevinBramble at gmail.com. Just that is my email. If you want to send me some email correspondence, devinbramble@gmail.com. If not, just at Devin Bramble on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere else. But also, hey man, send me an email. Why not? What am I doing? I on the 22nd, go on my Instagram. All my shows are there. On the 22nd, I got a show in Glen Cove. In December, I'm going to be in Vermont for the Vermont Comedy Festival from the 4th to the 7th. If you're in Vermont, if you're in like Killington area, Woolen Mill Comedy Club, look up where the shows are. Pop out. It's going to be awesome. Outside of that, I got a bunch of stuff coming up December and whatnot. But yeah, go check out my Instagram at Devin Bramble. And again, devinbramble@gmail.com if you want to send me some correspondence.
Mark, thank you again for joining us.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Andy, of course, is on assignment right now. And that assignment is being with baby. But he will be back.
Raising his child.
Yeah. He'll be back in 18 years. Okay. Guys, we're doing a very similar movie next week. We're doing the Santa Claus 3.
Yeah. It's beat for beat the same movie.
It's very similar. I'm excited to talk
what
about
is snow
that.
but frozen water?
That's an excellent point.
Santa Claus 3, The Way of Snow.
Yeah, and we all remember the Tolkien. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right.
That's why James Cameron went to see it. He said, I heard there's frozen water in this bad boy.
Yo, he must have loved the water world.
His only regret is that there weren't real wreckages for him to go and see. He was like, I just gotta watch it and imagine, but I can't actually dive to the old city of Denver, Colorado.
Oh, jeez. All right. Here we go. Here's the part where whenever Andy's not here, I butcher. All right. Go to any music platform and type in The Royds. And we have 2 albums and a Christmas song and a bunch of collections of songs from this album. That's what I'm doing. Spotify, Apple Music, Napster even. It's still around, but it's not like the illegal service. And it actually pays the artists more than Spotify does now. So like, this is not a paid advertisement, but if you want to give me money, do it. Other than that, you can also find all the songs on YouTube and TheRoyds.bandcamp.com. For the socials, you go to Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Reddit, type in TheRoydsBand. There we are. Communicate with us there. Suggest a movie at the link below. There's a whole Google link, a Google form. And send us an email, roydsreview@gmail.com. I cleaned up that quite nice. And then I had a stroke as I tried to brag about how well I cleaned that up. So, you know what? It's a wash. It's a wash. Next week, Santa Claus 3. Devin, Mark, thank you guys so much for being here.
Again, thanks for having me.
Had a blast.
All right. Well, bye, everybody.